Hi, I'm Pete May, president of GreenBiz Group, and delighted to be here with Marty Spitzer. Let's see if I get your title, World Wildlife Fund Senior Director of Climate and Renewable Energy?
Yes.
Okay, good. We got through that. Marty's a longtime partner of GreenBiz, and you've known Joel McCower back in the day,
very early
right?
days,
yeah.
Printed versions of newsletters,
Right.
let's just say.
Right, yeah, well, that's great. Well, fast forward, we've been really excited to have co-located here at VERGE, the Reba Summit, a partnership with the Reba organizations. Marty, why don't you just tell a little bit of background on Reba, and then we can segue into what we've been doing here the last couple days.
That's great. Great to be with you, Pete.
Yeah.
So the Renewable Energy Buyers Alliance, which we affectionately call Reba, came together a few years ago, but it's been the growth of corporate renewable energy buyers and their interest in the marketplace and getting and procuring large amounts of renewable energy. So starting from some humble beginnings 4 years ago with maybe 13 people sitting around a table talking about what's possible, this year we just had 400 at the event here at on the front end of the VERGE conference.
That's great. Yeah, and I've noticed too, while there's still a lot of mega big companies in the room that are driving this, how are you seeing the adoption of still giant companies, but companies that are starting to get involved, maybe been historically on the periphery of renewable energy? Are you seeing scale there? Are you optimistic on that front?
Well, we've seen tremendous growth. We have about 8 gigawatts of renewable energy that's been delivered. Most of that is to the largest companies, and a lot of the tech companies and others. But we have it is starting to spread. The tail of companies in the Fortune 500, we're starting to reach into further down there to bring some of the smaller, or they're still big companies, but mid-sized to big companies. And it's all a question about aggregation. How do you deliver renewable energy to customers of all sizes? And this Reba Summit is a place where we get into the nitty-gritty of how you actually make that happen.
Yeah, and there's 2 other constituents. This is about scaling corporate renewable energy, but we've noticed, just as we have them at VERGE, utilities are now in the room at Reba, and so are cities. Why?
So at the beginning of the journey, it was just the buyers who started to say, hey, our voice hasn't been heard much. So we convened them, but of course, you can't solve the challenge alone. So there's a lot of renewable energy developers and providers who have been involved in bringing renewable energy to these customers. Yeah. But a couple of years ago, we started the conversations with utilities. And the buyers really want to have that conversation. They know that the utilities bring value to the system. So from 3 years ago, we didn't have any utilities in the room. And this time, we had 40 or 50 people representing utilities.
That was great.
And the cities, too. We're starting to get a lot more city interest as well.
That's great. So something, you mentioned something in the course of Reba that I kept hearing, we are still in. Tell us about, is that a major initiative for you, or what's that all about?
So as most folks know, when the president announced that the US was planning to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, a lot of organizations, businesses, cities, states and governors, university leaders, all came together to put out a statement to saying, we are still in the Paris Accord. Yeah. We're going to continue to do our part to make to meet those important goals. And right now, there's a statement, but it's really starting to expand. And so at wearestillin.com, we've started to really build out a website, but there's going to be a lot more activity among businesses, cities, and governments working together and individually to advance the climate.
That's great.
Action.
Well, it's great at Reba to see the voices in the room, the representation growing. It's great to see that here at VERGE, and really value the partnership with you guys.
Oh,
Thanks,
same
Marty.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you.